I don't know. He's a player. What do you play for as a player? I know this is a manager's decision, but what do you play for as a player? You play to win trophies, win leagues, win whatever the hell you can, right? Apart from the Club World Cup and whatever you call it. But domestically, you play to be that guy at Wembley at the end of the season, or whatever the Carabao Cup final is before that, but the FA Cup final at the end. That's why you play the game. If you're in the Championship or the leagues below, you're playing to get the promotion or get to the playoffs at Wembley. You're playing for those big moments. And what Thomas Frank has said here is, we're playing to finish further up the Premier League. All right, he might say, we're playing to try and get in Europe, or we're playing to try and finish 2 or 3 places further than before because that's more money for the club. But as a player, that's not what it's about. You know, you don't want to be relegated, obviously, but you want a chance to be walking out in front of 90, 100,000 in a showpiece game. And I get it with teams that are going to be fighting a relegation battle, but they are not. Even with their away form, they are not fighting a relegation battle.
A word on Newcastle, Don?
Very good. As I've been the majority of times in James's Park, I fancied them. I covered Brentford's last game away from home against Chelsea, and I actually thought they played really well. They could have got something out of the game when Carvalho hit the crossbar. But, you know, the boys talk about going full strength. That's exactly what Newcastle done. You know, Eddie Howe made no changes from their 4-0 win against Leicester at the weekend, so he went as strong as he could. He wanted to win the game for obvious reasons, because you go into a semi-final. So when you look at the two managers, I think Thomas Frank, even though I rate him, I think he'll have regrets that they didn't go full strength and didn't really give it a go. But I always thought Newcastle would win that game at St James's, no question.
I always wonder if I was a senior professional at Brentford. Let's use Brentford as an example.
Yeah.
Because we understand what the Premier League's about now. It's about either getting in the top 4 or staying in it. And I would suggest right now I understand that. But as a player, the cup competitions feel like these are for you, these are for the players. And so when you get in a position in the quarter-final and you have an opportunity, I would hope that I would bang on the manager's door and say, Gaffer, why are we not trying to win this? And say exactly what we've just been talking about. We ain't winning the Premier League, we ain't getting in the top 4, we ain't getting in Europe, we ain't getting relegated, so why are we not trying to win this? It makes no sense to me.